Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great, great world. We're going to talk about XRP, but before I get started, some people ask me if they pay for subscriptions on my channel, if I would create different content, or maybe have like some sort of Udemy course or something like that. I don't do that. And I don't want you to pay for subscriptions on my channel because I'd rather see you take whatever you would pay for a paid subscription, put it into XRP, even if it's $5. Think about it. That's 25 more XRP you could be holding. Now, if you do pay for a subscription on my channel, I really do appreciate it, but I would rather see all of you use that same money and buy XRP. Buy just a little bit more of it. Remember, I said doesn't matter how much you invest. Every little bit that you do invest, though, is one more step towards financial freedom. So let's take a look at today's video. Patience is the key. With patience comes success. And that's what it's always been about. If you're holding XRP for any amount of time, you learn the patience of a saint. You've been through so much lawsuits, FUD, whatever the case may be. And you continue to stay patient because you know the light is at the end of the tunnel. And that's what we're all waiting for. Crypto investment is not for the faint-hearted people, and that's why only few number of people make it. The key is research and patience. And research is very easy today. You know, early on it was hard to find out about certain cryptocurrencies, and most of it back then was conspiracy theory, especially for XRP. But today it's so much simpler. You go and you look up XRP and you find out what its true utility and real world use case is. They make it so simple because there's so much information out there. During many years, we have fought the haters, the FUD, the fakeouts, the lawsuit, the SEC. We are a group of elite researchers and warriors that joined an online community for the greater good. We want the best for the U.S. and the world. It was always our mission. Time is coming, fam. And the XRP Army is absolutely great. They want to help out everyone. If you're new to investing, check out the XRP community over on Crypto Twitter. If you have any questions, people will always be there to answer those questions for you. People are starting to see the value of Ripple chain. Well, these values have always been there from the start. I guess it's time for XRP to rise. And that's the thing, we're starting to see a lot of new people get into XRP. A lot of people are now asking a lot of questions about it. New investors coming on board because people are starting to realize we're getting close to XRP taking off. Everyone's riding XRP now. It's so funny how the narrative shifts. 10 months ago, everyone was calling XRP a shitcoin. Now, I remember about 10 months ago, every time the SEC delayed, right away people came out of the woodwork. It's a scam coin. You need to get out now. Don't you see it? But now the narrative has shifted because we're getting close to the end of the lawsuit. Now those same people want to get in before the price really moves up and skyrockets. They want to get rich now also. The narrative that Bitcoin is the roll-all be-all shows people's age. This isn't 2013 anymore, or even 2017. Now, as far as Bitcoin, I believe it had its day. But a new day is dawning, a day of utility. And guess what? Bitcoin has no utility or use case. Even the Bitcoin maxis have a hard time coming up with some sort of nonsense utility for Bitcoin. Most of the time, they always try to say they're absolutely going to need it for this or that, but what they need it for, their excuses don't even add up. It's always going to be the United States' store of value. People are going to run an alternative system using Bitcoin. It's absolute nonsense at this point. The liquidity narrative we've been waiting for XRP Army. Swiss National Bank has lent $11.1 billion for 1 week to 17 domestic banks, financed by an increase in swap lines with Fed from 6 billion to 11 billion. The need for liquidity seems to be increasing. And it is. You take a look around the world, you could see how bad the banking system is actually getting. They're trying to use all those same old tools that they've been using for years to prop it back up. At some point, though, they're no longer going to be able to prop it up. That's when they're going to need XRP and that on-demand liquidity. This is what only few people actually know and understand. Bank failure, liquidity freeze, turn on the new financial system, distribute Spark, CBDC. This is the part you fight with the government over. Who gets to control the CBDC? Prepare. Now, we know when that liquidity crisis comes, they are going to run with open arms to Ripple because they're going to need to fix the system very fast. That's when we know, as XRP holders, it's time for XRP to take off. All-time high will be left in the dust like it was never even there. That's how fast XRP will move. Ripple has a patent on on-demand liquidity. So the liquidity service, the only part of RippleNet that uses the XRP digital currency is the on-demand liquidity service. The service draws from a pool of digital assets to provide liquidity for transactions instead of pre-funding. Australia, the Eurozone, the United States, Mexico, the Philippines, and Japan can currently use Ripple's on-demand liquidity service. But here in the US, they're still trying to hold it back. The big banks are trying to hold it back because our government is tied to all of these big banks. They're actually running the show. The government just kind of does whatever the big banks want them to do. That's why we're stuck in an SEC lawsuit. Just like during the 2008 financial crisis, the IMF out of nowhere came in and helped countries with debt by providing liquidity with their SDR, special drawing rights. Same thing will happen again, but the only difference is this time the IMF will have XRP. That's that ESDR we talked about in the past. I can see that being a very good possibility of that happening, because I think the IMF is going to want to stay relevant as well. BRICS is advancing fast, and I think the IMF is going to fight back against the BRICS for control. The lower you buy XRP, the less money inflow is needed for the needle to move to the upside. FOMO is coming. And I'm telling you right now, the day that XRP really starts to take off, watch how many people FOMO into XRP. There's going to be so many people sitting on the sidelines waiting for that news of settlement. By the time that word comes out that the settlement happened, XRP is going to be above its all-time high. That's my opinion on it. I don't think I could ever bring myself to sell all my XRP or not own any, even just a small moon bag, just not to miss out on the mass FOMO. Now, here's the thing. You should always be buying just a little bit of XRP, because every little bit counts. Think about if it gets to those high prices. You're always going to say, wow, I should have bought so much more when it was sitting there at 50 cents. Think about it even at $10. You're going to always wish you bought just a little bit more. You don't have to go buy thousands of XRP week over week. Take $20 and stick to it. Say, I'm just going to put $20 in every week into my bag. Because when it all pays off, that $20, think about it, 100x, maybe 1,000x. Who knows? That's why I always tell you, invest what you can afford to lose and sit back and be patient. XRP move happens very fast either direction. My bet is by December, this move is done, and we're trading at $2 plus as it's developing positive momentum. There's just one big resistance at 56 cents, then it's clear skies. That's how fast it can actually move. And people always say, I don't want to tie money up into XRP, or I don't want to tie money up into crypto, period. I don't know when I'm going to get that money out. That's why you don't put in more than what you can afford to lose. But always diversify as well. I tell people, don't put all your money into XRP. Put some in XDC, XLM. Buy a little bit of all the ISO coins, because you're going to have so many options in the future for passive income. Maybe you could borrow against one crypto and pay it back with a passive income from a different crypto. Who knows? We're very early yet. Keep that in mind. I think we're just watching the whole system get built out as we sit here and speak. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.